Top 5 morning habits. Every diabetic should follow to lower blood sugar, naturally. If you have type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, or insulin resistance, your morning routine may be silently deciding how high or how stable your blood sugar stays for the rest of the day. What most people do not realize is that blood sugar control does not begin with lunch or dinner. It begins in the first 30 to 60 minutes after you wake up. That first hour can either activate insulin sensitivity or push your body toward glucose spikes that last all day. In this video, we are diving deep into the top 5 morning habits every diabetic should follow to lower blood sugar naturally. These are not extreme routines, expensive supplements, or complicated medical protocols. These are simple, science-supported habits backed by clinical research from leading universities and medical journals. Links of research papers and medical journals are given in the description of this video. And here is the part our most YouTube videos never explain. These habits work best when done in the correct order and at the correct biological timing. So stay with me till the end, because the 5th habit is the most overlooked habit in diabetes management, and it directly affects your fasting blood sugar the very next morning. Many people fix everything else and still struggle because they miss this one habit. This video is packed with very valuable information and useful health tips, which will significantly help in managing diabetes. Watch till the end to see the takeaway from this video. Through our videos, we are sharing the hard-earned knowledge gained in the past 20 years in the field of clinical nutrition, food chemistry, and natural medicine. Let us begin. Habit number 1 is hydrating immediately after waking up. After 6 to 8 hours of sleep, your body wakes up in a mildly dehydrated state. During the night, your liver releases glucose into the bloodstream through a process called hepatic glucose output to keep your brain functioning. When you wake up dehydrated, that glucose becomes more concentrated, which can raise fasting blood sugar levels. Research studies published in journals related to endocrinology and nephrology show that drinking 1 to 2 glasses of water soon after waking up helps dilute excess glucose and supports kidney filtration. This allows your kidneys to remove excess sugar more efficiently through urine. This is one of the simplest morning habits to lower blood sugar, yet it is one of the most ignored. Hydration also improves insulin sensitivity at the cellular level. When cells are properly hydrated, glucose transporters can function more efficiently. This means insulin can move glucose into muscle and liver cells with less resistance. Studies from metabolic research centers also suggest that proper hydration reduces cortisol levels. Cortisol is a stress hormone that raises blood sugar. Lower cortisol in the morning leads to more stable glucose throughout the day. If plain water feels boring, you can add a slice of lemon, cucumber, or mint. Avoid honey, fruit juice, or sweeteners in the morning. The goal is hydration, not stimulation. Many clinical research studies were conducted in the National Institutes of Health, USA, on the effect of oral intake of water in lowering blood sugar levels in patients with type 2 diabetes. The links of those medical journals are given in the description. Now let us move on to habit number 2, which may be the most powerful habit for blood sugar control. Habit number 2 is eating a protein and fiber-rich breakfast. One of the biggest mistakes people with type 2 diabetes make is starting the day with refined carbohydrates. In the morning, your body is naturally more insulin resistant due to the dawn phenomenon, a hormonal response involving cortisol and growth hormone. This means carbohydrates eaten early can cause larger glucose spikes compared to the same meal eaten later. Soluble fiber and dietary protein play a central role in blood sugar control by influencing digestion, hormone signaling, and insulin sensitivity. Soluble fiber forms a gel-like structure in the gastrointestinal tract, which slows gastric emptying and delays carbohydrate absorption. This results in a more gradual rise in postprandial blood glucose and reduced glucose variability. Clinical studies published in journals of clinical nutrition show that soluble fibers such as beta-glucans and pectins improve glycemic control and lower blood sugar in people with type 2 diabetes. Soluble fiber also feeds beneficial gut microbes, leading to the production of short-chain fatty acids that enhance insulin sensitivity and reduce systemic inflammation. Protein also reduces post-meal glucose by slowing digestion, which helps prevent insulin spikes. Clinical studies from nutrition research departments show that a high-protein, high-fiber breakfast significantly reduces post-meal blood sugar spikes and improves glucose control throughout the entire day. This is known as the second meal effect, where a healthy breakfast improves blood sugar response at later meals. Research from gut microbe studies confirms that low-fiber diets worsen insulin resistance over time. A breakfast rich in fiber helps correct this metabolic imbalance. A diabetes-friendly breakfast may include eggs with vegetables and healthy fats, Greek yogurt with berries and nuts, tofu scramble with greens, or legumes paired with vegetables. Avoid starting the day with sugary cereals, white bread, fruit juice, or sweetened beverages. These spike blood sugar rapidly and often lead to crashes, hunger, and overeating later. If these insights are helping you, subscribe to the channel where we turn diabetes science into simple habits you can practice in daily life. Please share the video to help others to manage diabetes effectively through this simple health tips. A link to the scientific study conducted by the National Center for Biotechnology Information regarding the effects of soluble fiber on lowering blood sugar levels in diabetic patients is included in the video description. Now let us talk about habit number 3, which surprises many people. Habit number 3 is managing caffeine intake wisely. Coffee itself is not the enemy. In fact, long-term coffee consumption has been associated with a lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. However, timing and quantity matter, especially in the morning. Caffeine stimulates the release of adrenaline, which signals the liver to release stored glucose. In people without diabetes, insulin clears this quickly. In people with insulin resistance, this can raise blood sugar significantly and can lead to type 2 diabetes. Clinical trials show that consuming caffeine on an empty stomach increases fasting glucose and reduces insulin sensitivity temporarily. This is why many diabetics notice higher readings after morning coffee. Caffeine also raises cortisol, which further increases blood sugar. When coffee is taken without food, this effect is stronger. You do not need to quit coffee. The key is timing and pairing. Drinking coffee with a protein-rich breakfast reduces glucose spikes. Some people benefit from adding protein to coffee, which slows glucose release. Green tea is another option. It contains catechins that improve insulin sensitivity and reduce oxidative stress. The goal is not restriction, but strategic use. When caffeine is aligned with food, blood sugar remains more stable. Now let us move to habit number 4, which works almost like natural insulin. Habit number 4 is gentle morning movement. When you move your muscles, they absorb glucose directly from the bloodstream without needing insulin. This makes physical activity one of the fastest natural ways to lower blood sugar. Studies from exercise physiology research show that even light activity activates GLUT4 transporters in muscle cells. This improves glucose uptake for several hours. Simple physical exercises have a powerful and immediate effect on lowering blood sugar levels in people with diabetes by enhancing glucose uptake and improving insulin sensitivity. During muscle contraction, glucose is transported from the bloodstream into muscle cells through insulin-independent pathways involving GLUT4 translocation. This mechanism allows blood sugar levels to decrease even without additional insulin, making exercise especially beneficial for individuals with insulin resistance. Clinical research in exercise physiology demonstrates that simple activities such as walking, light resistance training, stretching, and mobility exercises significantly reduce postprandial glucose levels. Gentle movements work best in the morning. A 10-minute walk, yoga, stretching, or mobility exercises can significantly reduce post-breakfast glucose levels. Morning movement also lowers stress hormones and improves circulation. Reduced stress improves insulin sensitivity and lowers inflammation, a key driver of insulin resistance. Research also shows that morning activity improves mitochondrial function, which enhances how efficiently cells use glucose for energy. If you sit for long periods, standing and walking briefly every hour helps maintain glucose control. Consistency matters more than intensity. Now we arrive at habit number 5, the most underestimated habit. Habit number 5 is eating dinner earlier in the night. Your morning blood sugar is strongly influenced by what and when you ate the previous evening. Late dinners disrupt circadian rhythms and impair overnight glucose regulation. Research studies show that insulin sensitivity is highest earlier in the day and lowest at night. Late eating forces the body to manage glucose when it is least prepared. Eating dinner earlier improves insulin sensitivity, lowers fasting glucose, and reduces overnight glucose production by the liver. Late-night eating keeps insulin elevated, suppresses fat burning, and worsens morning glucose readings. Early dinners also improve sleep quality. Better sleep reduces insulin resistance and cortisol levels the next day. This is why people who eat well and exercise but ignore dinner timing often struggle with high fasting blood sugar. Now let us bring everything together. Managing diabetes is not about perfection. It is about aligning daily habits with your biology. Hydrating early, eating a balanced breakfast, managing caffeine, moving gently, and respecting your circadian rhythm create a powerful system for blood sugar control. Now here is the takeaway which I promised in the beginning of the video. Drink enough water immediately after waking up. Start the day with a fiber-rich protein breakfast. Avoid fruit juices, take whole fruits, do mild exercise, practice simple movements after food. Eat dinner early in the night. These habits improve insulin sensitivity, reduce glucose spikes, and support long-term metabolic health. If this deep dive into the science of diabetes was helpful, please hit that like button and share the video. It helps the YouTube algorithm to show this video to the 97 million people who are at risk of unhealthy blood sugar levels. Don't forget to subscribe for more science-backed health tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.